Hey everyone, I'm Tariq from Binance. Now, are you currently holding Bitcoin for the long term? If you are, what if I told you that there may be a way to make your BTC work a little bit harder while you continue holding it? That's where Binance BTC Yield comes in. BTC Yield is designed for the users who want to keep the BTC-related exposure, while potentially earning BTC income through an options-based strategy managed definitely through Binance Earn. So, instead of you manually trading options yourself, BTC Yield gives you an access to a structured strategy that focuses on selling covered call options on BTC holdings. So in this tutorial, we will walk through everything related to BTC Yield, how BTCY works, and how the product generates potential income. Before we begin, please note that the products and services mentioned here may not be available in your region. Please refer to the Binance website for the most current information. Let's get into it. So, what is the Binance BTC Yield? BTC Yield is an open-ended BTC-denominated yield product offered by Binance Earn. The product is designed for users who want to maintain BTC-related exposure. You subscribe with BTC and receive BTCY with the value of your position represented in BTC terms, and potential income is distributed in Bitcoin. So, you are not subscribing by converting your Bitcoin into a stablecoin product. When you deposit Bitcoin into BTC Yield, you receive BTCY. It is important to understand that while you are subscribed, you hold BTCY, not BTC directly. BTCY is calculated using the conversion rate, which determines how much BTCY you receive when you subscribe, and how much BTC you may receive when you redeem. The main strategy behind BTC Yield is selling call options on BTC holdings, collecting option premiums, converting those premiums into BTC, and potentially distributing BTC income to BTCY holders. In other words, BTC Yield is built to help long-term BTC holders potentially turn idle BTC into weekly BTC income without the need to trade options themselves. But wait, why would someone want to sell call options? Imagine you own Bitcoin currently worth $100,000. Someone says, I'll pay you $2,000 today for the right to buy it from you for $120,000 within next month. You might accept. Why? Because if Bitcoin stays below $120,000, they won't use the right and you keep the $2,000. If Bitcoin rises to $110,000, they still won't use the right and you keep the $2,000. But if Bitcoin jumps to $130,000, they will use the right to buy it at $120,000, so you miss out on the extra upside from $120,000 to $130,000. That's basically a covered call. You are selling someone the right to benefit if the price rises above a certain level determined. You are not renting out your Bitcoin itself. Instead, you are selling someone the right to benefit if Bitcoin rises above a certain price. In exchange, you receive a premium. Or, in simpler words, you are renting out some of your Bitcoin upside in exchange for a premium. And this is the trade-off. You may earn income while Bitcoin stays below the strike price, but if Bitcoin rallies strongly above the level, your upside may be capped. And with BTC Yield, you are not manually selling call options yourself. You don't need to choose strike prices, manage expiries, calculate premiums, or monitor options positions on your own. Instead, the BTC Yield strategy involves selling covered calls on BTC holdings, where buyers pay premium for the right to purchase BTC at a higher strike price. Those premiums are then converted into BTC, and a portion may be distributed to eligible BTCY holders on a regular schedule. Now, before we go any further, let's be clear. BTC Yield is not a principal protected. BTC income is not guaranteed. Your BTC-denominated position can go down, and you may receive less BTC when redeeming the amount than you originally subscribed. So this is not a risk-free yield, guys. It's structured BTC-denominated yield product with benefits, trade-off, and risk. And it's definitely something you should understand properly before using.
How to subscribe to Bitcoin Yield. Let's walk through how to subscribe on Binance Web. First, log into your Binance account. From the Binance homepage, go to Earn. Then select Advanced Earn, and then choose Bitcoin Yield. You'll be able to see details such as the 14-day average APY and the next redemption date. The 14-day average APY gives you a recent view of the product's potential yield performance, but it should not be treated as a promise of future returns. Market conditions can change, options premiums can change, and Bitcoin income is not guaranteed. You may also see daily updated data visualizations. This includes the conversion rate, which shows how your Bitcoin is converted into BTCY when you subscribe, and how BTCY may be converted back into Bitcoin when you redeem. You'll also see drawdown metrics, which help you understand how much the strategy has fallen from a previous high, so you can get a better sense of historical downside risk. There's also the Sharpe Ratio, a common metric that reflects performance while also accounting for risk, another lens to help you review the strategy's historical results. And finally, Bitcoin TVL, or Total Value Locked, shows how much Bitcoin is currently in the product. Once you've reviewed the product details, enter the amount of Bitcoin you want to subscribe, then click subscribe. After you subscribe, you will receive BTCY. But there's one very important detail here. The BTCY conversion rate is determined at settlement. Subscription is confirmed at T+1 using the T+1 conversion rate, which is the next business day's conversion rate. So, if you see an estimated BTCY amount before final settlement, Remember that this is only an estimate. The actual BTCY amount is determined at settlement. If this is your first time subscribing to BTC Yield, Binance will ask you to read the terms and conditions before confirming. Please don't skip this. Once you confirm, your subscription request will be submitted. If everything goes through successfully, you'll receive BTCY and your BTCY holdings will appear in your spot account.
Sometimes a subscription may not go through immediately. For example, you may see a subscription error if your amount does not meet the product requirements. This could happen if the subscription amount is too small, too large, or outside the available product limit. Your subscription may also fail if the available BTCY supply on the platform changes before your request is processed. So, if you're eligible and the product is still available, you can adjust the amount and retry again.
Where to view your BTCY holdings and subscription history. Once you've raised the subscription order, you can first view your BTCY subscription status in your Earn account. After your subscription is confirmed, you can view your BTCY holdings in your Spot account. Go to Assets, then click here for Spot. You can see BTCY Yield is here. This is where you'll be able to see your BTCY position and related product information. If you want to check your subscription history, go to Orders, then Earn History, then Bitcoin Yield, and select Subscription as the type.
Now, when reviewing your subscription history, pay attention to the conversion rate and the estimated received amount. The conversion rate of your BTCY amount and the estimated received BTC amount may be estimated based on the latest published conversion rate at that time. But the actual amount is determined at settlement. So if the estimate and the final amount are slightly different, that is because the final calculation uses the applicable settlement conversion rate.
How to redeem Bitcoin Yield. Now, let's say you're subscribed. You're holding BTCY and later you want to redeem. There are two ways to redeem your BTCY holdings: fast redemption and standard redemption. Fast redemption is for users who want assets returned faster. It charges a comparatively higher fee and returns assets more quickly. Standard redemption charges a lower fee and follows the standard settlement cycle. In both cases, redeemed assets are returned in Bitcoin. So, whether you choose fast or standard, the final asset you receive is Bitcoin, not BTCY. In general, standard redemption is recommended for users who do not need immediate liquidity because it follows a more predictable bi-weekly cycle aligned with the option expiry. For example, settlement may happen on the second and fourth Saturday of each month, typically the day after Friday's distribution. However, always check the actual redemption schedule on the Bitcoin Yield page because product timings may change. Let's start with fast redemption. To use fast redemption, select fast. Then enter the amount of BTCY you want to redeem and review the summary before continuing. Fast redemption is processed within the next day at the current day's conversion rate. This option may be useful if you want your Bitcoin returned faster and are comfortable with the comparatively higher fee. However, fast redemption may be unavailable during certain time windows. So if you don't see the option available, you may need to wait or choose standard redemption instead. Before submitting your redemption request, review the terms carefully. Redeemed assets will be returned to Bitcoin. Fast redemption and standard redemption have different fee structures and different settlement times. Once a fast redemption request is submitted, it cannot be cancelled. So before you tap confirm, make sure the amount is correct and that you really want to proceed. Once your fast redemption is completed, you'll see the final redeemed amount, the fee charged, and the settlement information. After that, you can go directly to your account to view your returned Bitcoin. Now, let's look at standard redemption. To use standard redemption, select Standard. Enter the amount of BTCY you want to redeem, then confirm the application details. Standard redemption includes a redemption cutoff. This is the deadline for submitting your redemption application in the current redemption round. If you submit before the cutoff, your request may be included in that refund. If you submit after the cutoff, it may move to a later round. During standard redemption, you may continue receiving weekly BTC income distributions until your settlement date, depending on the product's rules and eligibility. Before submitting your standard redemption request, review the terms carefully. Redeemed assets will be returned in Bitcoin. A standard redemption request can be cancelled before the cancellation cutoff, but after the cancellation cutoff, the request can no longer be cancelled or edited. For standard redemption, your request may remain in progress until settlement. That's normal. You can check the redemption status anytime in your Earn account. Where to view redemption status and redemption history. After submitting a redemption request, you can view your BTCY redemption status in your Earn account. Go to Assets, then Earn, then Advanced Earn, and select BTC Yield. This is where you can track your BTCY position and any recommendation requests in progress. To view your BTCY redemption history, go to Orders, then Earn History, then Bitcoin Yield, and select Redemption as the type. If you use standard redemption, remember that the request may stay in progress until the settlement date. You can return to this page anytime to check the latest status.
Now, let's talk about BTC income. BTC Yield may distribute potential BTC income weekly. to review your Bitcoin distributions, go to orders, then earn history, then BTC yield, and then select BTC income as the type. This is where you can see BTC income records related to your BTCY holdings. Now that we've covered how Bitcoin yield works, let's break down the key risks in a little bit more details. The first risk is capped upside. As mentioned earlier, because Bitcoin yield sells call options on BTC holdings, the strategy may not capture the full upside if BTC rallies far above the strike price. The next risk is conversion rate volatility. BTCY represents your BTC-denominated position in the strategy, and its value is calculated using a conversion rate. This conversion rate can change based on BTC price movements, option performance, and market conditions. So, the BTCY amount shown during subscription or the BTC amount shown during redemption should be treated as an estimate until confirmed. Another important risk is no principal guarantee. BTC yield is not a principal protected. So, if BTC falls or the option strategy performs unfavorably, your BTC denominated position can decline and you may receive less BTC when redeeming than you originally subscribed. The option premium may help cushion part of the downside, but it does not protect you from the full BTC market risk. Lastly, BTC income is not guaranteed. During downwards or unfavorable market condition, BTC distributions may decline or pause. So, BTC yield should not be treated like a fixed income product or guaranteed weekly BTC payout. To manage all of these risks, the product employs multiple risk controls, including conservative strike selection and portfolio margin optimization. So guys, that was the BTC yield for you. If you are a long-term BTC holder and you would like to explore a way to potentially earn Bitcoin income while maintaining Bitcoin-related exposure, you can check out BTC Yield on Binance Earn. And remember, BTC Yield is not principal protected, and BTC income is not guaranteed. Please read the terms and conditions carefully and only subscribe if the product matches your needs and risk tolerance. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.